I've said it time and again. Sometimes I think those that I belong with them in the organization, they'll think I'm a rebel on it. We created the situation where victims are treated worse than the perpetrators. Perpetrators in South Africa are having it nice. And the victims are thrown under the bus by the system. Most of your kids here, they are at school, private school, you have houses, you have cars and all that. If one of you are shot and killed, that killer will be taken to police station. The first thing that will do will complain about cold water. Want a hot water. That's the first thing that I can't use cold water here. I want a hot water. And indeed, you run around like a headless chicken getting hot water for him. The second one will say, I don't eat this, I eat this. When he's sick, most of them are taken to private hospitals where they have never been. Go there. When they are sentenced, they sit with TV and they watch everything and still go enjoy their medication and all that. When they stay longer, they study until we have just been given the numbers of those that will be writing matric, and others, they come out with PhDs and all that. Where are the kids of the father that was shot by that person? Nobody knows. We have the track record and the follow-up of a perpetrator until gets the parole. But we don't know about the kids that as their father dies, they are taken out of their private school because they can't pay. Their cars is repossessed, their house is repossessed, and kids, we call them paras. We just need to go back. It's sympathetic and it's good to perpetrators vis-a-vis the victims. I think that should be really, well, that is not a sour grape because people that follow my statements, public speaking, I've said that thing time and again. The police die young, maybe that's why we have subset and all that kind of thing. Even that, by the way, Honorable Malema, it's fun that we don't have the special education trust from the government that teaches the offense of the police that die on the line of duty. When we pay about 13,000 rand a month for a single prisoner, and those that are innocent, they get 350 rand. Then it's fine to go to prison. We pay 13,000 rands per prisoner a month. We pay 350 rand for a person that does not work and is hungry with the family. So people, they get comfort out of crime, out of committing crime. So I think we need to go back and check the system and see what we can do with the system as a whole. Paul Sullivan. I think Paul Sullivan is a British citizen originally. I don't know when he came in South Africa and all that kind of thing. Is one person that he plays big. So for some reason, I've never met him, but he really likes to talk about Cele. That's one person that speaks about Cele. One time was giving the history of Cele, when they were asking where it comes from, what is the history of Cele to be in this line of police. And he said, one time I was a metro police in Durban. He said I was a metro police in Durban. A metro police in Durban, their uniform is nice. By the way, they earn more money than the South African Police Service. The chiefs of metros earn more money than the National Commissioner. That's another thing. There's another awkward thing. That is why this city of Cape Town, where Honorable Cameron belongs, they've taken a lot of members of South African police to Metro, because Metro gives better remuneration than the South African police. Maybe those are things that at a certain given point we'll have to really look at them. Even looks like he's like an octopus. I'm sure you know octopus. Octopus is almost all over and speak about everything, sometimes that he does not know anything about. But it does look like his insecurity. His benchmark life is Jackie Selebi, that he took Jackie under. He had some form of security at the airport that Jackie cut off. I'm sure the path of taking Jackie under, it was quite several millions. There. Well, there would be information that it belongs to MI6 and all that kind of thing. But he is such a shady kind of a human being with a very little understanding of matters and very much big of himself. You know, I listened to him. Mkwanazi did say this thing here. I listened to him initially, Sullivan, when he says he was sent by the president to scan a person that was going to be a national commissioner, and he told him about Masimula, and the president went on to employ a wrong person. So I heard him, Kwanazi, saying that Sullivan said so here. I spoke to somebody this morning who was asking where Kwanazi took the thing, and they said no, it was said by Sullivan.